I'd like to start by saying thank you. Thank you for the opportunity to speak with you about some of the urgent challenges we face, and thank you for what you do for our country. I believe our unions built the middle class, and unions sustain it by standing up for fair wages and benefits and working conditions that you deserve. Unfortunately, not everyone appreciates that contribution. These past 6.5 years, we've had an administration that thinks unions have no place in America, who'd frankly like unions just to disappear. It's like our middle class and working families are invisible to the president. He's looked right through you. If you're a worker who can't organize for better wages and safer working conditions, you're invisible. If you're a hardworking mom who can't afford childcare or a family that can't afford health care, you're invisible too. If you're a parent who worries that good-paying jobs won't be there for your children and Social Security won't be there for your retirement, it turns out you're invisible as well. I know that no American is invisible to the communications workers of America, and you're sure not invisible to me. When we take back the White House, you'll no longer be invisible to the President of the United States. America is ready for change, and I'm ready to lead. Our unions have always held the line for the American dream, and it's time for a president who held the line for you. If you give me that chance, I'll be that president. We'll start by finally passing the Employee Free Choice Act. The right to organize is no less than a fundamental human right. That's why I'm proud to be an original co-sponsor of this act. I've spoken out for it, and as president, I'll make the case to Congress with the help of CWA. We'll pressure the Republicans to support the bill. I'll explain to all that unrepresented workers means that you can't stand up for yourself. And in America, you should be able to bargain collectively for better wages and benefits. Next, we're going to pass universal health care, quality, affordable health care for every man, woman, and child in America. Instead of getting held up on health care, you can focus your negotiations on wages, pensions, working conditions, and other critical issues. I've also proposed a blueprint to rebuild the road to the middle class by creating 21st century jobs and restoring the basic bargain in our country. If you work hard, you can get ahead. As part of my plan, I've called for smart, pro-American trade policies. That means trade agreements with strong labor and environmental standards. I voted against CAFTA. I opposed the Korea Free Trade Agreement. I voted against Fast Track in 2002 because I don't think we can trust our current president to negotiate fair trade deals that will be enforced. I've called for a trade enforcement officer and a doubling of the enforcement unit to enforce the agreements we already have, because no one should get away with violating our agreements and hurting our workers. I've proposed strengthening and expanding the Family and Medical Leave Act, signed into law during the Clinton administration, to reach 13 million more workers. And I've put forth a $1 billion fund per year to help states provide paid leave for workers who need it. Finally, I've laid out a national broadband strategy, which includes tax incentives, support for state and local broadband initiatives, public-private partnerships, to reach underserved areas with high-speed access to the information economy. As the CWA says, speed matters. I've spent my whole life fighting for change as a citizen activist in state government for 8 years in the White House and 6.5 years in the Senate. I will bring that experience to the White House to begin changing our country from day one. I want to do it with you. I hope you will give me the chance to lead in partnership with you and other Americans who know we not only can do better, with a new president, we will. Thank you very much.